Coming up on Skullboi, and yes, if this voice sounds like a super gay computer from a 1980s cartoon, it's because I'm an AI trained by Brian Barry's voice. AI cannot make art. From here on out, you'll hear genuine humans.
Song sounded like the future. Mm-hmm. If the new millennium was going to sound like anything, it was Believe, and I think Believe created all of that, like Y2K.
I think I was at the right age of the people that would.
Spaceballs. Saw it when I was a kid in the movie theater. Walked out. Hello, and welcome to Skullboi, where we explore how our analog past continues to shape our digital future. I'm your host, Brian. With me, as almost always, is the other Brian. Hello, sir.
Hello. Nice to be here again. Thank you for having me.
Yes. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's been a great week. I've been kind of taking some time off, really just recharging, more thinking about wellness and like just having a good time, taking long walks. I'm actually doing a step challenge right now, so that's the one reason why I'm doing the walk.
What's your goal every day?
At least 25K, which is crazy.
Way to go. No, that's great.
It's all because my other coworker is like really inching. We're like head, neck, and neck, and so we're I don't want to walk that much, but he'll post his, and he's like a little bit higher than mine. So we're just constantly doing this. I'm like, dude, just please give me a break. I want to sit down.
It's this was my last week, Brian. Back to work. Back to work on Monday.
Oh my gosh, literally next week. Wow.
On Monday. Back to training. I shipped one kid off to school yesterday. I feel so bad. Out of my 3 kids, they go to 3 different school districts. Only one of them started on Thursday. The other one doesn't start till Tuesday. And then the following starts the following Monday. But I was like, oh, dude, this has got to be rough. All different times.
But the last one's like, just watching each one start school earlier.
And this year, like, our 2 of them will have the same breaks, but me and my youngest don't have the same breaks as anybody, like our spring break and our fall break.
Oh no,
it's not the same. Yeah, no vacations for us.
Oh, no vacations.
No, that's okay. That's okay.
I was gonna say, I was like, just do it, but like you can't just do it.
No, I'm not that. We're not those parents. No. And I am not a teacher who takes time off. Like, come on. We get 2 months out of the year, 2 weeks for 4 weeks during the school year. I'm like, do we really need more time off? All the teachers are in the comments.
They're like, excuse me. Do you have like PTO time?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
It's great. I generally like get my sick time paid out at the end of the year because I don't take it. So it's like an extra check. That's lovely. Mm-hmm. And then we have personal days that bank, and you can only have like 2 years in the bank, I guess.
Oh, that's a lot. So 2 years.
Yeah. So then you get an extra like week pay once a year again. It's great.
Yeah.
So
that sounds great.
That's like 2 weeks of extra money. I would rather have 2 weeks of extra money. And at my school, we're Monday to Thursday. So
my gosh, I did not know that.
Dream. So like now I have to go in on a lot of Fridays, not all of them necessarily. But let me tell you, when you are used to having 300 6th and 7th graders in hallways, and then like there's none there, it's like you're not at work anyways.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't even feel like I'm working on Friday. It's the greatest thing. Anyways, teachers have the best schedules.
Well, it sounds like it, especially yours. Your school.
Yeah. It's great. It's great. You know what? I was not expecting in the year 1999 was to be a teacher. Look at that segue. And that's what we're going to talk about today. We are going to go back to the turn of millennium, something that will only happen once once every 1,000 years.
Yes.
Okay, Brian, let's go back. Where were you at in 1999?
99. I was in middle school during that time.
Oh.
Was I? 8th grade. Yeah, I was still in middle school. So those things that you were talking about that you wanted were not even in the vicinity of my mind.
You wanted out of school, not back in it.
Yeah, I wanted to stay up as long as possible and play video games. No, yeah, it was such a. I think we talked about this before, a little bit before, but yeah, 99 was just such a special year, I think, for me, because it was it was like on the cusp of becoming just like a teen. I mean, I was technically a teenager by then, but like it was before entering high school. I had this really great core group of friends. I remember have memories full of just doing sleepovers, trick or treating together, making like horror movies together with our camcorder. I just remember it was just full of fun times. And it's funny how when I'm thinking about it now, like I remember I was out a lot and spending time with friends outside, but I also remember I spent a lot of hours playing a ton of video games, and watching movies. So it was one of those times like I think I was creatively becoming more mature because I think that was my PlayStation era, but maybe or 95, 96, that was my Nintendo era. Which I don't think I ever graduated, left the Nintendo era. I'm still just a kid at heart.
Yeah.
But something about entering the 99 era for video games for me was when I started to play games that were a little more mature, had a little bit more mature themes, and more just I kind of just expanded what I thought what storytelling could be in a young mind. So yeah, it was just a great, interesting time of just growing up. It felt like I was growing up and hitting this threshold along with the rest of the world.
I have an 8th grader right now. He just the one that started school early is just starting 8th grade. And as an NJHS advisor, I have 6th, 7th, and 8th graders at school. And I feel like there is, you mentioned I'm about to be a teenager, an adult sort of thing, right? I think there is this thing in 8th grade of the oldest on campus, possibly. So you're like the elders of junior high, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they're still pretty young. There's a lot of change that happens between 8th and 9th grade, and then the change that happens between 9th and 11th grade is monumental again. So I kind of love that you acknowledge that a little bit, because I don't know if I was there, but when I was in junior high school, our elementary schools ran K to 6, and then junior high was 7, 8, and 9. So I was getting high school credits, but it was in junior high.
Yeah.
So I didn't feel like I really started high school until 10th grade.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's one of the things I love about the school I'm at, because it's K to 5 and then 6, 7, and 8, and then high school. So there's 3 different eras, very separated by buildings, which is pretty cool. And my 8th grader now doesn't have that because he goes to a K to 8 school. So he's the oldest of all of them. We're weird over here. Maybe, I don't know.
It's interesting too, because I remember even the way that the school structure is set up. When I grew up, it was K through 5, then 6 through 8, then 9 through 12. And I remember specific that feeling of you reach 5th grade, and at that time you feel like you're the kings and queens of campus. And then you go to middle school and you're like, oh no, you were the bottom of the barrel. And then you work your way back up again to 8th grade. And you're like, hell yeah, we're back up. I'm back at the top. And then you stall again at 9. So it's interesting that he'll only experience that feeling once,
Yeah. Oh my God. Yeah. I think I was probably, you're what? Sophomore, junior by the time you start working. Possibly I was sophomore. I started young. Shocker, I was not the most popular kid in school. I was a bit of a nerd.
What?
probably extremely gay without thinking I was extremely gay, but there we were. So, not super popular, short, twerpy, nerdy kind of guy. It was the 80s and the 90s. Nothing great. And then when I started working, though, it was like the most freedom thing in the world, because I realized all like the school politics just didn't matter. And I no longer was bothered by any of it anymore. And all of a sudden, I was a lot more popular at school. It was the craziest. It was the craziest thing, because I just was like, oh, this isn't real. This is just school. Like the real world out here, I'm conversing with people from all these different schools who, if like, Brian, you're very popular. If we're at the same school, you've never talked to me, but here we are working side by side at Target, and we're buddies and we're hanging out, and it's like, oh yeah, this is bogus. It's bogus.
That's like every 80s and 90s teenage film.
Oh my God. And 90s, we're going to go to Clerks, where I probably would have had like those serious conversations about Star Wars in a Circle K. Actually, I mean, that's how it was done back then. Oh God. If you are a younger person who is watching this or listening, and you haven't done it yet, even though if you're listening to this, you're probably invested in these timelines, but like Clerks was genuinely like the real nerd world. Like there was like nothing fake about that whatsoever. It was so spot on.
That's why it's
like
so popular.
What's the Records movie called? It's not Tower Records. It's supposed to be like Tower Records. Whatever, that movie.
Yeah.
Empire Records. Records. Like Mallrats, all that stuff is accurate, but it feels a little more hefted up. But Clerks, legit. It was the legit thing. All right. Speaking of movies, Brian, here are the top 5 movies in 1999. This one is going to shock us. Specifically, the number 1 grossing film in 1999 was Star Wars, The Phantom Menace.
Episode 1.
And one of the last...
Yes.
Yeah, like one of the last, maybe 23rd, because it was like literally 22 years after the original Star Wars, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yep. I think so. The last like midnight movie release that was like,
it was
big, like big.
Yeah.
All like the nerds camping. I don't feel like it ever happened again.
It didn't happen as hard as the first one. Yes.
And that really doesn't exist now, I don't think. But okay, 8th grade. You said in our last episode that you saw the prequels first, correct?
No, I saw the originals first, but only through the special editions.
Oh my God. Okay. I'm a bad Star Wars person. I literally like just didn't even think about the special editions. Okay. Yes. Okay. Your generation was introduced to Star Wars through the special editions. Duh. Okay, what did you think about the Phantom Menace? Because if you were around back then, the Phantom Menace was just as divisive as The Last Jedi. It really was.
You know what? It's so funny because when I first watched it, I loved it. And my friends, the friends that I had that I liked that were also into Star Wars, also loved it as well. So it was really one of those things that it's one of those things that you feel almost like ashamed of after like the rest of the this fandom just went like, wait, this sucks, blah, blah, and you're just like, wait a minute, I actually liked it. But then you kind of feel like you have to hide it because if you want to be a true Star Wars fan, you kind of turn around and start bashing it, and then you're like, oh my gosh, but why? I actually love this. So no, I loved it. I think I was at the right age of the people that would love it, and I bought I read all the books that were around it, like all the scholastic books. I think it was called Jedi Apprentice with Obi-Wan and
Yes.
Qui-Gon
Yeah.
when they were like younger. I read the whole
Yeah.
series. I would listen to it and also, I would read it while listening to the soundtrack on CD. Because I bought the soundtrack.
Hopefully
And
not before the movie came out.
what do you
Do you
mean?
remember that?
No.
The soundtrack gave away that Qui-Gon died.
Oh, you're right. No, I did not. I did not know that.
I was like, oh, my buddy bought it at Best Buy.
I can't believe you're
And
right.
got spoiled.
I remember people saying that.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Oh, I think the biggest memory of the Phantom Menace that I have really to like, because yes, you had to like pretend like hide that you liked it, was I really liked Jar Jar Binks. From the minute he came on camera, just really liked him, still really like him. I remember, the hype was real. Like the hype was so real, whether or not it was going to happen. And when it started and Queen Amidala is like there on the bubble screen, I was like, oof. I'm not going to lie. I had about 10 minutes of, I don't know if this is going to be good.
Really?
It was just so different than the Star Wars that we know.
That is true. Yeah.
Mom.
All right. The Sixth Sense. That was number 2 at the box office. The Sixth Sense. That one was pretty epic. That really changed some things, I think, in like the cultural shock at the end of that movie. I mean, the movie's almost 30 years old. We can talk about the ending, right? If you haven't seen the end of Sixth Sense, like, I guess stop it, right?
Yeah, skip ahead.
But yeah, but I think I called it real quick that dude was dead, which didn't ruin the movie.
Really?
Like, it doesn't ruin the movie because it's a pretty good flick.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't like it anymore, unfortunately, after what he did to Avatar: The Last Airbender. It ruined everything that man did.
Oh wow, his whole library of work. Wow.
And that's terrible. That's really bad on me, but it's the truth. It's the truth. The Last Airbender is very near and dear to me. It's like up there with Star Wars, probably, like in how much I love it. And even right now, politically, I swore off Paramount and CBS after they acquiesced to Donald Trump. And now The Last Airbender is coming there, but I was like, okay, what am I going to do? What do I care about more? Anti-Trump or watching The Last Airbender? Like, if we get a free trial, I'm not giving them any money, so maybe.
Just get the Blu-rays and then you'll have it forever.
Okay, there we go. Actually, is it? Yeah, you know what? Thank you. We're talking about analog. There's got to be. There we go. Thank you. Okay. All right. What did you think of The Sixth Sense?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember exactly. It's one of those things where I remember the feelings. I just can't remember the moment, right?
Yeah.
But it changed, I think, the way we think about twist endings culturally. Because there's always been amazing twist endings, right? And Hollywood and everything. But there was something about this where it was like it was maybe I don't know, maybe the first viral twist ending where it kind of just, it was the cultural zeitgeist moment of 99 in terms of like, you gotta watch this movie and I can't spoil it for you. no spoilers, like that whole idea.
That's really some of the stuff that was like, you had to go see it at the movie theater.
Mm-hmm.
Like you had to, and you had to see it real quick. Okay, so 1999 also, I just looked this up because was the Blair Witch Project, which was another one that was very like hadn't really been done before.
That found footage.
Uh-huh.
Even the marketing behind it. Like this was like very still early internet where the idea of marketing online was uncharted territory. So I think we mentioned it last week on the podcast, but back then the internet was just this place that was just the Wild West. There was people, you were just discovering things. There's no algorithms. There's no targeted ads. So there was something about this movie where they really marketed it in a way where people thought this was a real video recorded and found.
I feel like maybe I'm making this up. And if I did, just run with me because it would be a great story if it was real. But I feel like there was like actual flyers and stuff that they put out, like looking for these people. And like,
yes, I think so.
Like put flyers up in places like this could never happen anymore. Like there is it's so great. And I think, like you were just saying, the internet was still so early. There wasn't trust in the internet yet. Where
is it the other way around? There was trust because when you saw something back then, it was like,
yeah. I mean, there was skepticism, maybe. I don't know. I feel like there was not trust, not a lack of trust now. Like people are out there trying to get you, because I don't even think that concept was there yet. Like, but like trust in the internet was still kind of scary so here, like someone was like, it just, I think the fact they were marketing online, it kind of went, the word viral wasn't even around then. This is like we use the word viral for the 90s that didn't even exist yet.
Yeah.
But like there was this it was a new, like the internet with the Blair Witch Project brought about like campfire stories in a way that campfire stories didn't exist before. So like, is it real? Is it not? And that unknowing if it was real or not is what made it scary. And then you went and saw the movie. Was there found footage? Was a movie ever shot like that before? I don't know. Maybe. But I think as far as pop culture goes, no one had ever seen something like that. So then you were convinced it was real. You know what I mean? Like any skepticism was blown out the window because you're like, oh,
And it's so funny. Like I feel like just everyone, we as a people just were so naive in that, just because this was a movie. It was filmed. It was a film, but for some reason we're like, oh my gosh, I'm going to the theater, buying tickets to watch this thing that the studio just found and they wanted to put it in theaters, and we were, it was so weird. Like you couldn't do it today because people are like, this is bullshit. But this is.
Yeah. And also, not the way you just framed that just now gave me the same icky vibes that I have for myself when I listen to like Dateline.
How so?
There's like this weird like making profit off of people's misery. We went in masses to the multiplex to watch these three people probably die in the woods by a witch. That's kind of wrong. Okay. Number 3 and number 2 are Austin Powers. I'm sorry, ain't interested in talking about Austin Powers. Hated that movie back then. Hate it now.
You hated it.
Oh my!
I can't believe it actually. I can't remember.
Did so well.
Oh, I can't believe it was 99.
Yeah. Beautiful Stranger. We can talk about Madonna. I can go there. I don't like that sense of humor. I hated the mole joke. It's just mean. That is not my vibe. Like I have to just pony up pretty regularly here in the house to watch some of those movies because like my kids love this like era of comedy. And there's some things I just can't, like, I'm sorry. I'm like, I can't, I'm sorry. Like making like people in fat costumes, making fun of fat people, like people running around on their knees, pretending, they're short. it just doesn't work for me. It didn't work for me back then. It doesn't work for me now. And I'm always like, I hate to be this dad, but I'm like, yeah, no, we can't. Anyway, okay. I'm robbing your joy. Austin Powers, it worked for you. Hit.
It was just a goofy, fun, stupid time, you know, and
Yeah.
in a time where we got a lot of fun, good, stupid time movies, and that don't happen today that much anymore. Or I feel like maybe it's making a comeback actually, but
Well, didn't Scary Movie 6 just like blew up at the box office, right?
it did. Yes.
Right? Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't get to watch it. It was last year, but the Airplane, that came out.
Oh, we saw
year.
that on TV.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty funny. Actually,
yeah, and then Spaceball is coming out next year. So yeah, it's making a comeback, right? But there's just something about those type of movies that feels nostalgic to me, you know.
I wish Spaceballs saw it when I was a kid in the movie theater. Walked out. Made my dad walk out because I thought they were making fun of Star Wars and I was so mad. Like I didn't understand that, like I didn't understand comedy. Maybe, you know, I'm still a stick in the mud about comedy, apparently. I don't know. Yeah. Oh God. Pizza the Hut just made me so mad.
Oh my gosh. It's so, yeah. I like it.
It's great now. Now I think, now it's like, okay, that's really funny. But then, nope, wasn't having any of it. Nope. All right. Toy Story 2.
Yes.
Aged much better. I didn't like it back then that much. I don't know why.
I agree. Yes, me too.
But it's aged really well.
Yes, absolutely.
I like it a lot more now.
And why is that? I wonder. I haven't thought about that actually. Like why did we not like it as much as we did back then? Like what about it now in hindsight, older? You know?
Probably. Yeah, I don't know. I want to say off the top of my head, like there's an innocence you know, this is part of what I think is something that I wish the future could get from the past. There was an innocence to just going to a movie and not having this endless void of people with very strong opinions. Like now the internet has caused, and the internet can do great things. You mentioned Oppenheimer earlier. I can't remember if we were recording it or not, but like Barbenheimer was this gigantic event. It was so fun over the summer. It was just Brat Summer. Charlie XCX blew up because of marketing online, right? And that album had no business being as culturally relevant as it became. Like, girl had been making music like that forever. And it kind of went nowhere. And I shouldn't say nowhere, but did not do what it did, right? But I don't know. And I wonder if there is, you look back at Toy Story without all of the opinions that get put on all those kinds of things now.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'd have to think about it, but I think that it makes it hard now sometimes.
And I'm thinking about it now more too. And I wonder, like, because I'm remembering the story. It was about Woody and kind of his past. Because I think they spent some time. The first one was more about Buzz, right?
Yeah.
And I think the whole premise was this idea of classic or antique toys, and trying to like preserve them when
versus battery powered things that robbed imagination.
But then in 2, it was more about like, should toys be played with, or should toys be kept in a box on a shelf?
Oh my God, yes, that's right.
And I wonder maybe that now that we're older, we understand it more. Because I think maybe as a kid or like at that age, I was like,
yeah.
You know, like I guess I don't understand that concept of like, I'm going to keep a toy in a box. Like,
yeah,
kids, we don't do that. We play with it, right? So I wonder if it means more now because we understand what they were trying to say.
You know, thank you, internet and social media specifically. for having toy collectors be I'm an open box collector again, because they take photos and they do cool things and their toys come out of a box now, and there's like a movement of like I'm an out of the box collector. There you go. Point for you, social media. Point for you.
Every once in a while they can get a point.
All right, so the number 1 and the number 5 movie, these two movies are probably why 2, 3, and 4 are like for me. They're wrapped in the sandwich of the Phantom Menace and the Matrix. Very different movies. Watching the Phantom Menace back then,
Mom.
let's remove Star Wars nerds out of this. I don't think you walked into the Phantom Menace understanding what was going to happen in Revenge of the Sith. Like it was a pretty happy movie. Like it ended well. We got a big glowing orb. Everyone's smiling. It's like cheery music that then you go back. Oh my God, it's really a jazzed up Emperor's theme. But it left pretty hopeful on this great note, right? Those are the George Lucas endings I miss. Even Empire that Strikes Back, that was like a sad ending. It still felt like this big moment at the end, and missed them. But then there was The Matrix. That was not positive. It was not positive about the future. It was wrapped up in a really cool, action-packed, like crazy, never before seen anything like this. It literally was anime brought to real life. That was when I think the super like stokes of the fire for an Akira movie really started going, because like The Matrix like proved that you could make a movie that looked like an anime, and it was a movie that wasn't even based on an anime, which is also super relevant now to have things that are not in a movie theater, that are not based on IP that already has existed.
It's so true. Yeah, it was a brand new idea, a brand new story.
Yeah. Oh, I'm telling you, we will. Maybe it'll be the next 3 episodes. I really want to break down.
I'm really holding back because I feel like we could just talk forever.
You know what? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna stop, and episodes 3, 4, and 5 will be acts 1, 2, and 3 of The Matrix. Because I love this movie. The older I get, the more of this movie that I love and I understand, the more our future is turning into the future, the more I have mad respect for this movie. I wish the people in my family loved this movie, because ain't nobody but me like it.
Really?
No, nobody likes this. It is like, so I watch them by myself, which is fine. I'm down with that. But man, and there's so many lenses you could watch that movie through. It is like you can hop into a different version of The Matrix and watch this. You can queer code it. You can look at it as social media. You can like make it like hyper specific and like watch it from the perspective of like a non-out trans person lens. There's so many lenses. Oh my God, these movies are
That's what I want to rewatch it with that lens, because I that was not how I interpreted, of course, like back then. And to see the Wachowskis and how they've grown in their background, I now need to I've never had the chance to kind of sit down and watch it with that thought process.
Especially Switch. They got Switch in there, right down to the name Switch. Oh, so good. I mean, I will say I was 99. I mean, I was out of high school by then. I had moved to Texas. I had just come back because I moved 2 weeks after high school to go to Texas to come out, but that's where I went. So by then I was just gay. I didn't ever really like come out. And then I came back because my relationship with my parents was not going well because I had come out. And so I came back to try to make that better, and eventually went back to college and all that. Right. So both the Phantom both the prequel trilogy in general, I've always watched that as a queer coded show for me, because I felt like I was the Jedi who I was like the promised land if I was going to be something great. And then people in the outside world told me that there was something wrong with me. And then the whole world started questioning like my motives. So that like rung very true for me. And the Matrix too, of just like, oh my God, like I want out of here. I can't wait to get out, because I would go. I mean, I remember so specifically going into a gay club for the very first time. And it was like a hole in the wall. It was not big, but it was like the endless sea of an open promise world that I was just didn't even think existed. And I literally was like, it was like the Matrix to me. It was like the whole, I was still so young that it felt like freedom from this thing that society told me it had to be, and I can actually go be all of these other things. And it really inspired me a lot to just, I should have worn more leather than I did, but but yeah, we'll talk about all that. Okay, so period. Let's move on to some music. We're going to start with albums, because I know you and I have had conversations. You're not like a what is your favorite song guy, right? You're like, what's your favorite album?
Yeah, I'm not like, what's your favorite band? I'm more about, what's your favorite album?
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to read the top 5 albums.
Okay.
Number 1, Double Live by Garth Brooks. 2, Flesh of My Flesh, Blood of My Head by Blood of My Blood by DMX.
Keep going. This is amazing. Oh, the next one's gonna be great.
Yeah, and then Baby One More Time by Britney Spears. I had absolutely zero memory of Made the Mon by the Silk Shocker. I had to look it up on YouTube, watched it on YouTube, zero memory of this. Not an ounce. Brian was all, I have thought about that forever. And then China Doll by Foxy Brown, who just on this Monday, I took my oldest son shopping, who is like King Drake all the way, like Drake, everything's Drake. Ice Cube's in the house this last year. We're super excited about release parties. And so he's all into rap, and rap is not really my go-to generally, but to try to like enjoy, I can try to dabble in like late 90s, early 2000s hip hop. Jay-Z is old and isn't good.
No. Oh no.
So anyways, I had to play Jack the Can I Get a What with Foxy Brown. Don't know the name of the song, and that's really the only part that I remember. And her nails. I used to like her little probably in the gay club looking over like, oh. Okay. So what do you think about this list?
I'm actually pretty shocked by this. Well, okay, I'm not shocked. Well, because my recollection of just my taste back then, I don't ever remember hearing Garth Brooks ever. It was just one of those things that, he's presenting an award, because I've never, I just never, no one I knew listened to him. So I just, it's shocking that that's there, but it makes sense. Usually like country music,
pretty big.
He was big, and country music is actually one of the most popular genres of music in the world.
Yep.
But yeah, I listened to basically all his top 5 albums. So it's not a shocker, but I listened to it, but I expected others above this. Like, where's Destiny's Child? Where is TLC? Where is, I mean, there's the next list too, but like, I was a huge, and again, I'm a big 90s R&B hip hop person.
Okay.
So I loved listening to Monica, Brandy, Aaliyah, and then just all the boy bands, like the like, Boyz II Men, Drew Hill. There's just so many that came from just the dirty South, right? Like it was just a great time for hip hop and R&B during the late 90s.
Yeah, nothing on that list hits for me. And like, I always felt like my gay card was going to be removed at any moment because I am not a huge Britney fan. I've never been a massive Britney fan. Like, she's got a couple bangers. Most Britney songs for me, like, they would come out for the summer. I had a good time, and then I forgot all about them the minute they're off the radio.
I was a Team Christina.
Okay, we talked about this last time, I think. Like, this time, like, early Y2K music was not really my jam for the most part, especially pop music. Like, I was all into like Robbie Williams, Kylie Minogue, Sugar Babes, all these people from across the pond. Like, that was more my jam. And trip hop, trip hop was like, that was my jam in the late 90s. So yeah, those are the top 5 albums. Top 5 singles. This is where it gets pretty good, though. Share, Believe. It's enough said.
Yeah, it's already stuck in my head. It's been stuck in my head since then.
Okay, and this is another one. If you were not around back then, you cannot comprehend how that song was so new. Like, the way the auto-tune now, everyone talks about auto-tune all of the time. If you ever watched a Real Housewives, all auto-tune all of the time. Every drag queen, all auto-tune all of the time, right? You watch RuPaul's Drag Race and you watch them singing, and then during their competition, it's like, oh, who is that? Like, Cher clearly didn't need that. Like, it was used in an artistic way, whatever. I'm sure there's some story behind it. That'd be a great newsletter. Get into more of the, but that song sounded like the future.
Mm-hmm.
If the new millennium was going to sound like anything, it was Believe. And I think Believe created all of that, like Y2K, silver dipped metal fonts all over the place. Every teeny tiny phone that you would like flip over and around. Like, okay, if you were watching this on YouTube, I'm holding up this little like USB thing. I mean, it was so tiny. The early Y2K was, how small can we make it? And I cannot wait to make it that small. Doesn't matter if it functions or not, because technology used to take up a whole room to be a computer. And now we can have a little phone that is like as wide as a quarter or something. Some of those phones back in those days were so tiny. Anyway, No Scrubs, 100%.
Yep.
I wish now in my pushing 50 that anyone would holler at me from the backseat of the Best Friends ride. Now they all just drive by.
And they just go, they're probably on their phone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Angel of Mine, Monica.
I'm actually,
classic.
Yeah, I'm actually shocked that was number 3. Because there's not my favorite song on the album. I love the album, but shocked. Like, The Boy's Mine, not in the top 5. That's pretty shocking.
That had to have been 2000. I bet it came out.
Oh, okay.
Because The Boy Is Mine was 98. Okay, so year before.
Right before. Okay, because it was the same album. So yeah, maybe.
Yep.
The single just came out.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah, The Boy Is Mine. Oh, classic. Mm-hmm. Classic. Heartbreak Hotel by Whitney Houston makes me always think of my husband. Yeah.
Wait, what?
Yeah, we don't need my opinions on these things yet. It's very sad.
Okay.
I'm a huge music person. Like, I love music. And when I first met my husband, I think at the time, I had like a few thousand CDs. Like, I had so much music. And I get to his house, like, whatever, early on in a relationship, and the dude like had like maybe 15 CDs, and that was like his entire music collection. And I was like, could not comprehend how someone would have so few CDs. And then I'm examining the CDs, and upon further inspection, they're all CD singles, and there's like maybe 1 or 2 albums. And I was like,
by the way, we have to
buy a CD single. for the remixes, nothing else.
Yes, exactly.
And these were not those CD singles. This was like the one song and maybe one remix, not like the maxi single with like 8 remixes. I was like, okay. Yeah, no, I just like that song. He's still that person today. That dude will find one song and for like 6 months straight.
Oh,
on
is he
loop.
the one? Oh, he's one of those.
Oh my god.
Oh wow. Okay. Those are a rare breed of people that can just repeat the one song. Repeat.
Yeah.
Wow.
In our 19 years together, I've probably heard him love 17 songs. Love you, Pop.
So this is one of them.
Britney Spears.
Okay.
Yeah, that was one. Oh my god. Loves that song. Oh, and you can see that dude. He hears it, and you just see him in 1999 in the gay club doing his little like. It's the cutest thing. I love it.
Come on, let's go.
Camcorder, $400. 3-hour tape, $7. Extra battery, $25. Home movies with Hank Aaron and Willie Mays. Priceless. Use your MasterCard and you could win 4 tickets to a '99 World Series game and sit with baseball's legends. There are some things money can't buy. For everything else, there's MasterCard, sponsor of the Major League Baseball All-Century Team.
All right. So, yeah, what's your big one out of this? These top 5?
TLC.
Okay.
100%. Yep. That whole album, just again, but yeah, that song.
Yeah.
I think
Me
that was,
too.
yeah. We remember, I did vivid memories of just me and my friends singing that over and
Fan
over.
Mail, right? That's the name of that album, right? Fan Mail.
Yes, sweet.
Yeah.
Yes, and it's like the 3 of them, but it was like blue tinted.
And
it kind of had this
very
like,
Y2K.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, I am not the biggest R&B dude until 2005-ish when like the neo soul movement came around. Then I was in it, like Erykah Badu, like since high school. Love Erykah Badu, right? But she's like a whole other entity, like is uncomparable, right?
Yeah.
I mean, except for Aaliyah. Aaliyah was like the first time for me. Like I'm not a big celebrity person. Like I don't attach myself to celebrities really, never really have. No matter what it is, right? Like I love the stories that people tell, that I attach myself to that stuff. But when Aaliyah died, because she was around my age, it was like I was really affected. Like it was bad. Like it was really, really rough.
I remember when I learned about it. It's weird. Like, yeah, again, I feel like that was probably the first celebrity death that I had to like process as a growing person. But yeah, especially someone that their music just loved, absolutely loved, you know.
Yeah, and they were like, and she was just on the precipice of like really figuring out who she was. And like as an older person now, 20 years later or near it, you know, like music needed her, and I think we aren't where we could have been, if that makes sense. Like she was going to bring forward music that we hadn't heard ever. Man,
she was going to be
I love Aaliyah.
What like Beyonce kind of took the place of. I think she was going to be that trajectory, you know?
Yeah, but way better music.
Yeah. Well,
sorry, Bayhive.
I love them equally. Or
I was a pretty big Destiny's Child fan though. Like big.
Oh, me too.
Big Destiny's Child fan.
The Writing. No, what was the name of that?
The Writing's on the Wall.
Yep.
Yep.
What an album! That I'm not. I really can't believe that's on the top 5. It's got to be top 10. But yeah,
that's got to be another year too.
No, that was 99. It was.
Are you kidding me? Let's see. I'm not you. Destiny's Child. Oh my God, yeah, July 14th, 99. How did it not? Really?
Maybe it just came out later than all
Too
these
late,
others.
and that was what... Oh my God.
Every song,
that album, so every song,
a banger. Just
Yeah.
just play it from the beginning and let it run through the whole album. Just
Mhm.
perfect.
Yep. Oh my God. Yeah.
And then
Yep.
it's one of those albums. You notice how artists, the truly great ones, will just have single after single after single on one album, and that was one of those albums.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. I mean, that album is what made Destiny's Child Destiny's Child. What is the lyric? Something about like where your email at, I'm about to go cut down the phone poles or something. Like all of these references that don't mean anything anymore.
I'm about to throw your page out the window.
Yes.
Tell MCI to cut the phone poles.
There we go. Tell MCI to cut the phone poles.
So I can move. Oh my gosh.
All of these references that don't mean anything. Another one of my The Velvet Rope by Janet Jackson is another like that album holds a very special time for me too, right? But there's so much AOL chatter, all of these things that like are so reminiscent of the time, but I guarantee you someone like my kids listening to that album wouldn't know what those sounds are.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like literally just the other day, Eli picked up a CD and was like, I've never seen a DVD in a box like this. It's like, oh,
the jewel case, you mean?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's like, oh, it's a CD.
Yeah.
It's like, what's a CD? I was like, oh my God. Okay, yeah, it's okay. Oh, I was like the thing, you know, in the cabinet downstairs. Oh, I thought those were DVDs. Okay. All right, Brian. Until next week, probably, right?
Yeah, sounds good.
All right. Next week, he and I will be talking about The Matrix. All of you watching it, listening to it, will hear that in a few more weeks from now. And until then, have a good one, and we will see you later. Goodbye.
Bye.